Barghouti is a politician who serves as General Secretary of the Palestinian National Initiative, and he joins us now from Ramallah. Thanks so much for being with us. Please just tell me what you make of this. I mean, is this progress? Should Palestinians have reason to feel optimistic that perhaps now there is a sense of solidarity between Hamas and Fatah, or is there still just too much skepticism to say whether this is good news?
People do have skepticism because they want to see changes in reality on the ground, not just agreements, especially that we have had many agreements before. This agreement that was announced today, we already had it back in January when all the parties agreed on having elections on the same basis of what was declared today. But unfortunately, then the issue of Jerusalem was used as an excuse to postpone elections and not to have them. But this is a good step forward. It means that there is an opening, and the feelings of the people and their opinions will depend totally on what happens on the ground, on what is really implemented. So this is another big test for the very good possibility of unity between Palestinians.
Okay. What do you expect these elections to yield, though? Last time there was an election with an official result, it really did divide Palestinians in two. Do you feel it would be better this time?
If what they agree about is implemented, and what we agreed about is that regardless of the results of elections, eventually we will have a unified Palestinian government, which means a government that will represent all the parties on the basis of their performance in election. This is the line. But in my opinion, in addition to that, we need a national unity government now. We need it now to build the bridge between West Bank and Gaza, to end any form of discrimination, and also to create the proper atmosphere that is a guarantee for having free and fair elections. And also we need a unified government because we have to encounter the pressures on us and the process of normalization which is happening at the expense of the Palestinian people. So I hope that in parallel of agreeing to have elections, which is a promise of something that will happen in 6 months, that we will have a unified leadership soon, and we have a unified government very soon. That's what we need immediately.
Okay. What do you think? I know you can't speak on behalf of Israeli officials, but what do you think they make of this right now? Are they as skeptical as some of the Palestinians, or do you think there's reason for them to finally wake up and say, we might have a viable partner, one party, to sit across the table from us very soon?
No, the Israelis are in animosity with the whole Palestinian people, and they are against us all, and they are against Palestinian unity. They've done everything to create this internal division and to encourage division and to block the possibility of unification again. They have also obstructed the possibility of having elections in Jerusalem before. So I only expect from the Israeli government more actions that will try to stop us from getting unified. The reason is Israel does not want a partner with Palestinians. Israel does not want peace, does not want a two-state solution as used to be claimed. Israel wants to take all of Palestine, and they want to annex most of the Palestinian territories. And that's why they are interested in us being weak. And if we are divided, we are weak. Okay. That's what they aim at.
But if they don't get what they want or what you believe the Israelis want, and there is solidarity finally among these rival Palestinian factions, and there's a government of national unity, what do you think the response from your Arab counterparts in the Arab world would be? I mean, these that have now regularized relations with Israel, might they be willing to, I don't know, backtrack and take up the Palestinian cause as seriously as you'd hoped they had before?
The unity will help definitely to change many opinions in the Arab world. But as you know, you cannot generalize and put all countries in one basket. There are countries that went into the direction of the wrong action of normalization with occupation and violating the Arab National Initiative, which said that no normalization would take place before Israel ending its occupation and allowing Palestinians to have a state of their own. Emirates and Bahrain violated that. Some countries might do the same, but the majority of countries haven't done that yet. And many countries like Algeria and Tunisia declared very clearly their full support of the Palestinian people and their rejection of normalization with Israeli occupation.
Okay, Mustafa Barghouti, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it.